So you just started playing the cycle, and you keep getting killed by people with green armor, and you're still stuck with white. It's okay. We'll get you some. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the X-Villain Hideout. My name is Ghost. If you guys have never been here before, I'm very excited you guys are here. We are back on YouTube. If you can't tell, I am in a new place, new house, new city, new county, same state. But the room is naked. It will come alive as we continue to go. If you guys have been supporting this whole time, we've been kind of like not posting because we've been focused on the move in between the two houses. I just want to say I absolutely appreciate you guys. There was some random streams that were happening, but mainly because I wanted to hang out with you guys. Now we are pushing forward with content regularly, and I'm all for it, and I'm excited about it. Season 1 for the cycle is about to drop. And by the way, guys, timestamps will be down below. For those of you who are brand new to the video and you don't care about what I'm talking about, it's okay. That's all right. Go down below, links in the description, and you can click where you want to go in the video. Today, we're going to be talking about how to farm green sets, green armor, green helmet, green backpack, a green backpack being one of the biggest things that you need in the cycle in the beginning. So without further ado, before we get into the video, you can stop by Twitch stream every single morning except for Sunday. I would love to have you guys by the stream. We usually have an amazing time. We are posting regular highlights and stuff like that on TikTok. And then also, if you guys want free content, you're already here, but if you want more free content, sub to the channel. And you could always hit the bell if you want to be notified when these videos go live. Let's get into the video. Okay, guys, so first things first, we're going to come over here to the crafting station, and we're going to look at what we need for the green, okay? For the green backpack, we need 2,700 K marks. We need 2 Polymetallic Prefabricates, and we need 2 altered nickel. Then we're going to go to armor. On the green helmet, we need 1,700 K marks, 2 hardened metals, and 5 spinal bases. And then for the green shield, we need 2,000 K marks, 2 more polys, and 5 spinal bases, bringing us a total of 2 hardened metals, 10 spinal bases, 4 poly, and 2 altered nickel for a full set of green. Now I'm going to go into the maps. We are going to Bright Sands, the first map, and I'm going to show you the routes. I'm going to show you why we run those routes and talk about a couple variables that you have based on making the runs shorter or longer to make sure that you can get enough for a full green set every single run, being as low as like 8-minute runs. I know it sounds crazy. You're probably thinking to yourself, like, this has to be clickbait, but I promise you, once you actually get in there and know where stuff is and know how things are set up, all you need is a little bit of RNG and you can get really fast runs or a little bit slower runs. Let's go look at the map. Okay, so here we are on the map. Part of the success of the cycle stuff is when you get into the map, if you have to hide it first, now the more you play, obviously, the better you're going to get at this, is coming up with a game plan of where you want to go, how your rotations are going to be from where you start to where you extract at, okay, where you spawn and where you extract at. Now, what we're looking for is altered nickel, hardened metals, polymetallic prefabricate, the polys, and we are looking for spinal bases, okay, so just striders. This is Map Genie IO. It's very, very useful. There's some stuff that isn't found on here, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you where it is anyways. But there is a lot of useful stuff on here. I'll make sure that this is in the link down below for you guys. So what I think is best for this route, so where we're going to be hitting this route, I guess that's the first place we should start, is underneath water facility if we need to. Okay, if you're coming from swamp, where we need to hit science campus, we need for sure. We need to hit vaccine labs for sure. The East Caverns most likely is a for sure one, and then Waterfall. So these are where we're going to need to go. Now there is some variables that I'll explain to you based on how much we need. So technically what we need for everything for a full set, like we talked about, is 2 hardened metals, 10 spinal bases, 4 poly, and 2 altered nickel will give us a full green set. Okay, it isn't a lot. The one that sometimes can be finicky is the altered nickel, and that's because it has a chance. Every nickel vein has a chance to spawn altered, but it doesn't always spawn it. So RNG, you know, sometimes you get a ton of altered and sometimes you just don't get that much. So the main place we're going to start is hopefully we're spawning somewhere down here. Now, a little tip when you spawn down here, do not stay down here, okay? Because people who are above, a lot of this is high ground, okay? People above see your little pod spawn down here and you have no cover. So it's extremely easy to run to the edge and just gun somebody down. So when you spawn down here, run underneath the ledge or start scooting and move to an area that is at least covered when you're looking at the map and you're trying to figure out what your routes are going to be. Don't do it out here. You will get killed. So the reason why we're going to be running from here is because this is the majority of the area we're going to need to start in. Now we can finish here, but I prefer to start here and then ending in Waterfall. Now, if you do start in Waterfall and all you need is some poly, what I would recommend, especially if you guys don't want PvP, is I would recommend you guys get your couple poly that you need and just dip. Because this is a high PvP area and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of mobs, there's a lot of players, and honestly, there's a lot of people who like to camp a couple of these extracts because they're really easy and frequent. So, we're gonna spawn up here, and then usually our extractions will be somewhere up here, or if we spawn up here, our extractions will be one of these points right here. These are all extraction points, which would be nice. Now, if you do spawn, lastly, if you do spawn on this side of the map, it's okay. It's you have as much time as you need. It's just gonna be a little bit more difficult surviving traveling across the entire map, depending on how skilled you are at the game and what your game knowledge actually is. But with this route that I'm going to show you, it's fairly non-abrasive and you should be solid. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this. We're going to eliminate the spawn points and the extraction points, and I'm going to put on nickel. Now, as you can see, nickel is freaking everywhere, but there's a lot of people looting, coming and going. So the map helps, but there's going to be times where like you go to this whole area and don't find any nickel, even though it shows that there's like a million, right? Like it's not like New World where they just keep respawning over and over and over. This stuff takes a little bit to respawn. So if it's gone, it's gone. One of the best spots I like to go to and where I don't see people going a lot, probably because it's a little bit open, is on this ledge. I have got 11, 12 veins of nickel on this ledge. And it's cool because it's right underneath water facility, which people are either in here doing the puzzle or just traveling through here. There's not a whole lot going on in water facility, which makes it easy to be underneath it or south of it and not really worry too much. Whereas if you were like below Science Campus, people like to lurk in here and linger and kill things and loot. There's more going on here. So you're going to be under here. You can go ahead and get the nickel. Now, a little farming tool, when you guys are farming ore, it's extremely loud. So make sure that you're farming, listening, because you don't want somebody to literally be able to walk up on you while you're in your little groove with music going on, farming your nickel. But this, you're going to be able to get plenty of altered that you need. And then we would start moving up the map towards Science Campus. Science Campus is going to be where we're going to be getting hardened metals. You can find it in dumpsters. You can find it on the floor. You can find it on the shelving of the top floor, bottom floor. There's even an inner floor that even goes deeper. And hardened metals is kind of just everywhere in here. You should have no problem finding it, as well as, let's go ahead and put where Striders are. As well as when you're over here, there is 2 or 3 Striders that spawn up here with the nickel, so you can kill them for spinal bases. Then as you're traveling, there's spiders and I think a couple rattlers that spawn over here. You can kill them. And then up in Science Campus, sometimes you can get upwards to like 8 to 10 Striders, and they're literally on every tier of the area. So feel free to kill Striders there. And between those, you should have plenty of spinal bases. If not, underneath Waterfall Labs, you can find them all through here, and inside and on top of Waterfall. So if you don't get the amount of spinal bases that you need 10, then you should be able to find them up there. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Then after, so we're gonna go from right here area, right? We need to go to Science Campus. What I usually go from there is we wanna go to Vaccine Labs. The reason why we wanna go to Vaccine Labs is because that's where the poly is. I mean, you're gonna see in the gameplay, sometimes I get 7, 8, 9, 10 polymetallic materials. And so this is the variable I wanted to talk about. If you get your spinal bases and you have enough altered nickel from RNG, we have our hardened metals, and you go to Vaccine and you're able to get all of your poly and it's not looted. Now, I will say Vaccine is pretty popular on the map because of the materials it has. It has like optic glass, it has the polys, it has space cables, makes it so a lot of players want to go there. If you go here and you get all of your stuff, dude, extract. So if you spawn like down here and your extraction is somewhere over here, like, because sometimes your extractions aren't across the map. So if it's not extract. You don't have to go to Waterfall. Waterfall is if vaccine is looted, and vaccine is kind of if Waterfall is looted. And that's because these are two high populated areas that people like to go through because it has good loot and there is some PvP based on it being popular. So it's kind of like you don't need to go to both, but sometimes you need to go to both, if that makes sense. And then if your extraction's over here, you might as well go to both. So the other thing, so after you get all of your poly here, sometimes you can find hardened metals here as well in cabinets and dumpsters. Then you can go up to the eastern caverns. Now, there is a ton of nickel in here. Be conscious that there is a double level here, so people can be above looking down at you farming, but there's also farming up top. So you can get nickel whether you want to go up top or below. But if you are below, make sure that there's nobody hiding up top because it's going to be an easy kill and hard for you to get away. Other than that, I would go here and then move up to Waterfall, and then we can go through Waterfall as much as you need. There's a lot of loot in Waterfall, so don't get too greedy because it could get you killed. And then you're going to extract, and we're pretty much going to reset. If we start at the top, we're going to hit Waterfall quickly. I don't like to stay here and loot because you can literally fill up blue, purple backpacks just by Waterfall alone. So what I like to do is I like to get what I need. In your mind, have a game plan. I need polys, I need hardened metals, I need spinal bases. You're going to grab what you need, and we're just going to book it down to vaccine. We're going to grab a couple more poly. You can go to East Caverns on the way in. And then most likely your extraction is going to be somewhere down here. If it's Science Campus, that would be perfect. That's one of the best runs, is starting at Waterfall and extracting a Science, because you get your hardened metals and you're literally out of there. So they could be very fast runs. I think we had a couple 8-minute full green set, 8-minute runs, 11-minute runs. So you can make these pretty quick. And then if it needs to be longer, it needs to be longer. I mean, anything to survive and get your stuff for your green set. And just to show you guys really quick, this was literally one day, and we've been using green backpacks. Look at green bags all day. I'm telling you guys, this is something that anybody can do. We have a couple green armors left. We've been using a lot of them, and we don't have any green helmets left, but it's something. Now we're already starting to farm blue, which, well, that will be a different video, but it's totally possible. Okay, so I talked about the map, talked about the routes. Make sure you guys know that timestamps are down below if you guys need to go to a specific area. Now we're gonna go into a raid and start showing you this stuff live. Let's go. Okay, so this is kind of not the most ideal place to spawn and extract, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Waterfall. We're gonna look for some poly here. I'm gonna move down to vaccine. We're going to go to East Caverns on the way. We're going to hit Science Campus for those hardened metals. And then I'm going to cut across through Southwest all the way to extract over here at Rock Pools. Or depending on how the raid's going, Storm and so forth, we might just go back up and extract over here. Okay, so we just got into Waterfall Labs. Most of it is looted, so I just ran pretty much until I stopped seeing loot. Got a beacon here. Got some poly on the floor, and we're just going to start hitting these containers and just seeing what's in here. Got a couple cabinets. So a lot of these cabinets you have to actually like look at before they show that they're visible. It's so loud. There's also somebody in here. There's somebody walking around. You're gonna look all down here, look on the floor here. There's a couple cabinets, one's right here. So we only found one poly so far. Can't tell if that's a mob or if that's a player. Check that. Oh, that had something in it. So stuff's barely starting to respawn. Maybe somebody was here a little bit ago. There's somebody definitely in here, but they haven't looted everything, at least on this side. Hardened metals, right? We needed one. Take that. Look at that. Come out here. We can look over here. See anybody there? Okay. I ran through most of it, and this is what we found so far. So let's go ahead and head down to East Caverns and then to vaccine. So far we have 1 hardened metals and 1 poly. So here we are at the East Caverns. This is the up top area that I was telling you guys about. And look at how easy it is to look at somebody. Well, it's kind of foggy, but when people farm down here, it's just really easy to hear them and then just look down here and shoot. So that's why you got to be careful about being down there. I usually come up here first and then move down there if I can't find stuff. But it looks like there's already some nickel right here for us. And we got some Titan ore. We just need the nickel, though. Okay, we got that. Let's see. So typically I would use a knife to be quieter, but when there's 3 stacked like that, sometimes the way that they dodge, you can run out of stamina, and they'll end up, I know it sounds crazy, Strider killing you, but they'll end up killing you because you literally can't swing your knife, and then by the time you equip your weapon again, then it's just a mess. So if somebody were to third party us while we're getting beat up by Striders, it just wouldn't be good. So sometimes it's better if you feel like they're gonna keep hitting you, just to pull out your gun. All right, we need more nickel though. Much of the area coming in was already loot. Oh, here we go. Nice. See this green shimmer? That's how you know it's nickel. And see how you don't always get altered? Only 1? That huge vein only gave us 1? What? Okay, so what we got so far is we got 6 of the regular nickel, and then we got 1 altered nickel. We need 1 more. We could probably find some as we continue to move down. I thought there would be at least 1 more vein up here. What is that? That's Titan ore. All right, let's go to vaccine. All right, we just got to Vaccine Labs. Heard some gunfire kind of close. I don't know if I actually heard it in here or not. So typically you can find stuff. You can look under the beds. Top of the bed. Looks like a lot of this might already be looted. Start checking these cabinets. Man, are we just hitting all the spots right after somebody else? This is sad, dude. Typically you can check the big ones in some of those cabinets. Somebody was already checked that. There's still mobs here, so maybe they didn't loot the whole thing. Down in here, you can find stuff like on the floor and on here. Huh. Check there. Usually on the table, you could check right here on the floor. Cabinets like this. We got a textiles, we'll take it. We need that. Here's Poly right here. Most of this looks looted though. The shots that we probably heard were somebody was here and probably leaving here. Uh-oh. Is that a mob? Not gonna lie, I thought that was a player for a second, the way that they were just like running up. Okay, very quickly. Thing on the floor. Got an optic glass in here. We'll take it. It's good. You can check on the floor right here, right here. I don't know if any of these cabinets can loot. No, you can't. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna keep looking around, check all these buildings. Check right here on these little things. Always be careful pushing into these. Probably want to be a little bit more cautious than I am. Because people do hide in these. Doesn't sound too fun to me, but it's something that people do. Maybe they're new and scared, or I don't know. This is the observation room key. Where is it? If you guys want to open this, the Bright Sands observation room key. Usually it's open because it's a very popular area, like I was saying before, so it's looted. Okay, and then lastly, oh, we got another poly right here. Nice. Lastly, you could check on these, on that, and then up here, this little area. Just be careful up here. And then on these, down here on the floor, just walk through because it's hard to see. So you have to like actually walk over it and get the little thing for it. Somebody's leaving it east. And then right here, right here. Okay. All right, so recap. So far, out of all of the things we need, okay? We need 2 hardened, 10 spinal bases, 4 poly, and 2 altered. Oh, I haven't been picking up the spinal bases. That's what I've been messing up. We have 6 spinal bases. We need 4 more, which we can grab right there that we killed. We have 3 polys, so we need 1 more poly. We have our we need 1 more altered nickel and 1 more hardened metal. Let's grab those spinal bases real quick. Need 4 more, 2. Cool. Next stop is going to be Science Campus. So we just got to Science Campus. We're at the very bottom. This is what I was talking about. It goes under, then there's another level, and then you can even go higher. What I typically do is I check outside right here on top of all this stuff before I go in. Just like walk and look at all those on here. And we're looking for our last hardened metals. They could be in dumpsters. Got some salvage right here. Flashlight. Perfect. We got our last hardened. Compact sheets. Cool. There's about to be a storm, so we'll probably chill down here for a second. And then afterward, we're going to look for a couple veins. And then we are going to hit up probably this extract, I want to say. And we'll run along here. I need a blue runner egg, so maybe I'll try to find one along the way. While the storm's happening, there's literally another one just chilling right here. Another hardened metals. They're kind of just everywhere, and we haven't even went up there or anything like that. We got the storm happening. Looks crazy. All right, guys. So we have our 4 poly. We have our 10 spinal bases. 3 hardened metals instead of 2. And we have our 2 altered nickel. We have our full green set. And we're ready to dip. We're going to be heading out. We're on our way up here under parking lot. Oh my gosh, we almost died right at the extract, guys. I couldn't even record because it happened so fast. This dude was hiding in here, peeked out, said some crazy stuff, shot us, and died. All right, so what do we got going on here? Make sure there's nobody else here, just by himself. Get a green armor. Regular backpack. Nothing much on him. How much is a green armor again? 40. All right, let's make room for the green backpack real quick. Drop that. Drop that. Take his armor. Take the ammo we need. Call our ship. Oh my gosh, dude. What are the chances that the one dude would be hiding? He was right here when we first showed up. He was literally crouched right here, and he was just like this, looking around, peeking. Whew. I wish I would have recorded it so you guys could have seen. Dang, dude. That was so close. Okay, so we got everything. Let's go, baby. This was definitely not ideal to have to go from here all the way down. We went from Waterfall to East Caverns, Vaccine Labs, Science Campus, all the way back up, and then through right here. But we got everything we needed. Whew. That was close, dude. Oh, he has a green helmet. So this is a very popular one for people running up to. I have been bombarded at this one so many times. Always stay moving. You never know if somebody has a line of sight on you. Run around, make sure you're listening. Cool. Let's go, dude. Evacuation successful. So we have our 4 poly, 10 spinal bases, which we actually could have got more of some of these items, but I needed some other stuff. We got our 2+ hardened metals, and what was the other thing we needed? And we got our altered nickel. 2 altered nickel. We got our full green set in this run. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. If you guys got some value out of this video, make sure you smash the like button. It does go a long way for the channel. And if you guys want to see more content like this for free, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can always hit the bell if you want to be notified when videos go live. And I would love to see you guys by the stream. We are streaming every single morning. Grab caffeine, come hang out. It'll be fun. If you guys have ideas, things that you want to know about the cycle, make sure you let me know down in the comments, because I take those comments and I typically make videos out of them to bring you guys as much value as I possibly can. I hope you guys are very blessed. Hope you have an amazing rest of your night, depending on where you're at in the world. And I hope that the, not space ruble, but K marks are plentiful, and everything else is fun. I hope you guys are having a good time with the game. I will catch you guys on the next one. What? Before you go, the cycle videos. There's more over there, okay? All right, now officially, I'll catch you on the next one. Happy space raids, my friend.